डीजी पटेल साहब ने फोन लगा हुआ है।
रख दियो वो बैग। ओए, बैग कहाँ है? ये कहाँ पे है? यहाँ तो आओ ना। अरे कहीं रखे भी होंगे। बताता हुए देखो। तो भाई कल क्या करना पड़ेगा? बहुत ही करना पड़ेगा। फॉलो एडवा टेबल चला के दिए हम लाएंगे मात्र टेबल मार तो मार दिन का मार लाएंगे मैं अपने कोई नहीं
Now all of you can take your seats.
We request the President, Shri Anil Bhai Patel, to declare the convocation open. So please.
All auspicious functions commence with the name of God. Through the medium of prayer, let us try to make the holy atmosphere around here. Let us start with a prayer, Jivan Anjali Thajo Maru, by a group of girls.
जीवन अंजलि थाजो मारू, जीवन अंजलि थाजो, जीवन अंजलि थाजो मारू, जीवन अंजलि थाजो। भूख्या काजे भोजन बनजो, तरस्यानु जड़ थाजो। भूख्या काजे भोजन बनजो, तरस्यानु जड़ थाजो। दिन दुखियारा आंसू लोता, दिन दुखियारा आंसू लोता, अंतर कदी न धराजो मारू, जीवन अंजलि थाजो मारू, जीवन अंजलि थाजो। सत्यनी कांटाड़ी केड़ी पर पुष्प बनी पथराजो। सत्यनी कांटाड़ी केड़ी पर पुष्प बनी पथराजो। जैर जगत ना जिरवी जिरवी, जैर जगत ना जिरवी जिरवी, अमृत उर ना पाजो मारू, जीवन अंजलि थाजो मारू, जीवन अंजलि थाजो। बढ़ता क्या चरणों मारा, नित तारी समीपे थाजो। बढ़ता क्या चरणों मारा, नित तारी समीपे थाजो। हैयाना प्रत्येक स्पंदने, हैयाना प्रत्येक स्पंदने, तारू नाम रटाजो मारू, जीवन अंजलि थाजो मारू, जीवन अंजलि थाजो। ममड़ोनी बच्चे नैया मुझ हालक डोलक थाजो। ममड़ोनी बच्चे नैया मुझ हालक डोलक थाजो। श्रद्धा के रो दीपक मारो, श्रद्धा के रो दीपक मारो, नभ कदिए उलवाजो मारो, जीवन अंजलि थाजो मारू, जीवन अंजलि थाजो। जीवन अंजलि थाजो मारू, जीवन अंजलि थाजो। Thank you.
Thank you. Let me now introduce you to the chief guest of today's ceremony, Dr. Bakulbhai H. Dolakia. Dr. Dholakia is currently advisor to Adani Group. Prior to joining Adani Group, he was director of IIM Ahmedabad. Dr. Dholakia is a gold medalist from Baroda University and has a doctorate in economics. He has 38 years of professional experience, including 32 years at IIMA. During the course of his long tenure at IIMA, Dr. Dholakia occupied the Reserve Bank of India chair from 1992 to 1999, served as the Dean from 1999 to 2001, and as the Director of the Institute for a period of 5 years from 2002 to 2007. He has also earlier served as the Chairman of the MBA program and also as the Chairman of Economics area. He has received the Best Professor Award for his teaching in the postgraduate program at IIMA. He has guided 17 doctoral students specializing in economics, finance, business policy and public systems at IIMA. He has been a consultant to various national and international organizations. Dr. Dholakia has been a major motivator and a guiding source behind the numerous initiatives and expansion as well as diversification of activities at IIMA, contributing to its enhanced international image and recognition. In India, he has been widely recognized for his contribution to management education. Dr. Dholakia last year was awarded Padma Shri by the Government of India in recognition of his distinguished services in the field of education, which in itself is a great achievement. Congratulations, sir, from all of us here. Dr. Dholakia has been honored by many associations at national and international levels. In recognition of his efforts to improve the quality of management education, the Government of India appointed Dr. Dholakia as the Chairman of the National Board of Accreditation for Technical Education. Over the last 2 decades, Dr. Dholakia has worked on numerous government committees, the most recent one being the Rangarajan Committee on Pricing and Taxation of Petroleum Products. And in the process, he has contributed to important policy decisions and thereby to the development of Indian society. Dr. Dholakia is the author of 12 books, 28 monographs and more than 50 research papers published in professional journals in India and abroad. We would like to welcome him with a bouquet on behalf of the university. We request Dr. M.S. Sharma, Dean, Faculty of Management, to present a bouquet to Dr. Bakulbhai H. Dholakia. So please.
Thank you, sir. Now let me talk about the patroning chief of the university, Shri Ganpat Patel. Shri Ganpat Patel has taken his primary education from his own village Banav and the secondary education from Junagadh. He has studied in Inter-Science from MG Science College, Ahmedabad. Then he shifted to USA for electronic engineering. With a dream to become an entrepreneur, he started Cherokee International at USA to manufacture electronics goods and developed his network of business in around 5 countries, including India. With the cultural seeds to contribute back to the society, not only in mental development, but spiritual development too. He selected the field of education with the inspiration from his wife and 3 daughters. Contributing to the same philosophy, he has donated more than 15 crores of rupees to this university and to certain other places for the establishment and development of educational institutions. Recently, he has given donation for establishing the CT Scan Center at Lions Hospital, Mehsana. He is the patron of the Ganpat University. We would like to welcome him with a bouquet of flowers on behalf of the university. I would like to request Dr. S.S. Pancholi, Dean, Faculty of Pharmacy, to present a bouquet to Shri Ganpat Patel.
Shri Anilbhai Patel, President of Ganpat University, is with us on the dais. He is B in Mechanical Engineering from Vallavidyanagar and MS in Industrial Engineering from USA. He has quite a number of credentials in his credit. He has honored and has been honoring a number of key positions in the public life offices. like Managing Trustee of Sardar Vidya Bhavan Trust, Mehsana, Trustee of Lions General Hospital, Mehsana, Executive Committee member of GCCI, and so on and so forth. On industrial front, he is the chairman and a managing director of Apollo Group of Companies and many others. He has been instrumental in attracting global investment in Gujarat by virtue of his being the Minister of Industry and Mines in the state government of Gujarat under the able leadership of Shri Narendra Bhai Modi. Now we shall present a bouquet to Shri Anil Bhai Patel on behalf of the university, and for the same we request Dr. N.J. Patel, Dean Faculty of Computer Application, to move forth.
Thank you, sir. We also have with us a versatile personality who has mastered himself in the field of Sanskrit. We are pleased to have on stage Professor P.I. Patel, sir, Vice Chancellor, Ganpat University. He has done his graduation in Sanskrit philosophy and masters in the same. He started his career as a lecturer in Municipal Arts and Science College, Mehsana. He has also held academic position of Professor of Sanskrit and Principal of the same institution. He is the pioneer of the All Education Institutes under the banner of MDEF. Currently, he is the Vice Chancellor of the university. His contribution is countless in the development of this university. We would like to welcome him with a bouquet of flowers on behalf of the university. I would like to request Dr. P.G. Patel, Dean, Faculty of Education, to give a bouquet to Professor P.I. Patel, sir. Thank you, sir. We also have with us on stage today the members of Board of Governors of Ganpat University who have worked immensely and have been working for the all-round development of the university. We express our heartfelt welcome to all of them.
We request Shri Anil Bhai Patel to present the welcome address, sir.
Honorable Chief Guest, Padma Shri Dr. Bakul Bhai, Ex-Director, IIM Ahmedabad, Patron-in-Chief of Ganpat University, Shri Ganpat Bhai Patel, Vice Chancellor of Ganpat University, Professor P.I. Patel, members of the Board of Governance, all the invited guests, deans of different faculties, principals and faculty members of constituent institutions, and my dear students. I welcome you all in the first convocation ceremony of Ganpat University. Before I start my address, I request all the graduating students to stand up on their seats, please. Today is a very special day for you as you are formally entering into your professional life with a degree from this university. I want you to look around and you will see the people who have silently contributed to your achievement. They may be your parents, family members, friends, and the others who might have worked hard and with their blessings so that you can achieve your dreams. I think they deserve a sincere thanks and a big applaud from your side. I also want you to thank your professors, teachers, guides, as they also have contributed to take you to this next higher level. Please give them a very big hand. I thank you. Please be seated. While I am here to wish cordial welcome to everyone present, my heart is filled with feelings of joy, delightment, and excitement. Ganpat University is a realized dream of collective wisdom and desire to give back to the society by empowering new generation through education by the visionary personalities and the sons of soil of this area. It is incarnation and symbol of dedication and patriotism of personalities like Ganpat Bhai, Ugarchand Bhai, Dashrath Bhai, Bechar Bhai, D.S. Patel and several others who have committed to donate their hard-earned money for this cause, to bring better tomorrow for Gujarat in general, for India in general and Gujarat in particular. I welcome Chief Guest of today's ceremony, Padma Shri Dr. Bakul Bhai Dholakia, an international personality whose vision has made Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, attain the new heights. He is one who needs no introduction. I welcome you, sir, from bottom of my heart. I welcome Ganpat Bhai Patel, Patron-in-Chief of our university, who cherished the dream to create a high-tech education campus in North Gujarat and is still determined to make it a world-class campus. He is an NRI and a very sturdy pillar of Ganpat University. He has paid his due to this land by donating huge amount of over 15 crores. He is patron of Ganpat University. I bid my heartfelt welcome to Ganpat Bhai for remaining present for this convocation. I also welcome the trustees and donors who have done a lot in the development of Ganpat University. Further, I welcome the stakeholders of Ganpat University in the form of members of Board of Governance, Academic Council, Finance Committee, Vice Chancellor, Deans, Principals, and members of staff without whom this entire organization would not have functioned to this level. They are the biggest asset of Ganpat University. I also welcome the students and especially their parents who have remained present to see their kith and kin achieve the success in the education field, who are present today in this convocation. Finally, I welcome one and all from bottom of my heart. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Graduation days are one of the defining moments of the university's year. the culmination of the years of hard work, but also the starting point of hundreds of new, fulfilling careers. Today is the day when publicly before families, friends, and the world at large, we celebrate the continuing excellence of our students. It is their diligence and dedication to their studies that more than justifies the rewards of degree.
For myself and all my colleagues at the Ganpat University, it is indeed a very proud and pleasing occasion. I am sure it will be the same for you, whether you are a graduate or among the many family and friends joining us today. Moving forth to the most awaited part of the program, we request the Patron Chief, Shri Ganpat Bhai Patel, to grant the permission to commence the program of conferring the degrees and diploma in various faculties at the university. So please.
Let the candidates be presented.
Dr. P.G. Patel, Professor, Faculty of Education, is requested to present the candidates.
Candidates for the degree of Master of Philosophy in Education, please rise. Please stand up. Mr. Patron-in-Chief, sir, I present to you 11 candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Master of Philosophy in Education. And I request you to confirm the degree of Master of Philosophy in Education. I also request you to confirm the degree to 36 candidates who are permitted to receive the same in absentia.
Foreigners, as a Patron and Chief of the Ganpat University, I confirm on you the degree of Master of Philosophy in Education, and I charge you that ever in your life, by word and by deed, you will prove yourself worthy of it. I admit the other candidates also for the same degree in absentia.
Dr. S.S. Pancholi, Dean of Faculty of Pharmacy, is requested to present the candidates.
Candidates for the degree of Master of Pharmacy and Diploma in Pharmacy, please rise. Mr. Patron-in-Chief, sir, I present to you 17 candidates for the degree of Master of Pharmacy and 33 candidates for the Diploma in Pharmacy who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Master of Pharmacy and Diploma in Pharmacy respectively. And I request you to confer the degree of Master of Pharmacy and Diploma in Pharmacy. I also request you to confer the said degree and diploma to the candidates who are permitted to receive the same in absentia. Patron-in-Chief, sir.
By the authority given to me by the Board of Governors as a Patron and Chief of the Ganpat University, I confirm on you the degree of Master of Philosophy in Diploma in Pharmacy, Master of Pharmacy and Diploma in Pharmacy, and I charge you that ever in your life, by the word and by the deed, you will prove yourself worthy of it. I admit the other candidates also for the same degree and diploma in absentia.
Dr. M.S. Sharma, Dean, Faculty of Management, is requested to present the candidates.
Candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration and degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, please rise. Mr. Patron-in-Chief, sir, I present to you 16 candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration and 26 candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Master of Business Administration and Bachelor of Business Administration respectively, and I request you to confer the degrees of Master of Business Administration and Bachelor of Business Administration. I also request you to confer the said degrees to the candidates who are permitted to receive the same in absentia.
By the authority given to me by the Board of Governors as a patron and a chief of the Ganpat University, I confirm on you the degree of Master of Business Administration and Bachelor of Business Administration, and I charge you that ever in your life, by the word and by the deed, you will prove yourself worthy of it. I admit the other candidates also for the same degree in absentia.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. N.J. Patel, Dean, Faculty of Computer Application, is requested to present the graduates.
Candidates for the postgraduate diploma in computer application, please rise. Mr. Patron-in-Chief, sir, I present to you 29 candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the postgraduate diploma in computer application, and I request you to confer the postgraduate diploma in computer application. I also request you to confer the said diploma to the candidates who are permitted to receive the same in absentia.
By the authority given to me by the Board of Governors as a Patron-in-Chief of the Ganpat University, I confirm on you the postgraduate diploma in computer application, and I charge you that ever in your life, by the word and by deed, you will prove yourself worthy of it. I admit the other candidates also for the same diploma in absentia. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And a hearty congratulations to all the graduates. Now we request Shri Bharatbhai Shah, Registrar, Ganpat University, to present the register containing the names of the recipients of different degrees and diplomas before the Patron-in-Chief for his signature.
Thank you, sir. This is an achievement of which everyone associated with the university can be justly very proud. It is an example which we indeed replicate as we expand higher education capacity in the years ahead. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act but a habit. And yes, also to add, within me is infinite power, before me is endless possibility, around me is boundless opportunity. Why should I fear? We request Shri Bharatbhai Shah to announce the names of meritorious students to receive their awards.
I will now announce the names of the students for different medals who will come forward as I call their names and receive the medals from the honorary chief guest. First, the medal for the overall scholastic performance in MPhil education is awarded to Patel Jaisri Ben Sarvajit Bhai. medal for the overall scholastic performance in M.Pharm is awarded to Shah Mitul Mukesh Bhai, she is absent. The medal for securing highest marks and standing first in M.Pharm quality assurance, Shah Mitul Ben Mukesh Kumar, she is absent. The medal for securing highest marks and standing first in M.Pharm pharmaceutics, Patel Darshana Ben Manilal, she is absent. The medal for securing highest marks and standing first in M.Pharm pharmacology, Patel She has been awarded another medal for securing highest grade in MBA Finance. The medal for securing highest grade in MBA Marketing is awarded to Thakkar Jigisha Kandilal, she is absent. The medal for the overall scholastic performance in postgraduate diploma in computer application for 2005-06 batch is awarded to Chaudhary Prakash Kumar Raman Bhai. The medal for the overall scholastic performance in postgraduate diploma in computer application batch 2006-07 is awarded to Gupta Neha Kirit Kumar. The medal for the overall scholastic performance in Bachelor of Business Administration is awarded to Shah Priyal Ben Kamlesh Kumar. The medal for the overall scholastic performance in Diploma in Pharmacy is awarded to Patel Palak Ben Kirit Bhai.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations to all the medal holders. To add some words for those who just missed it, courage does not always roar. Sometimes it is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow.
Now I would like to request the chief guest of the event, Dr. Bakulbhai Dholakia, to bestow the convocation address. Please, sir.
The Patron-in-Chief, Shri Ganpat Bhai Patel, President Shri Anil Bhai Patel, Vice Chancellor Professor P.I. Patel, Trustees of Mehsana District Education Foundation, members of the Board of Governors, members of Academic Council, deans of faculty, heads of various departments and schools, faculty members of all institutions associated with Ganpat University, university officials, students of the graduating class, their proud parents, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a matter of great honor for me to deliver the convocation address at the very first convocation of Ganpat University. I am grateful to Shri Ganpat Bhai and the Vice Chancellor Professor Patel for inviting me to be the chief guest at today's first convocation. It is a matter of pride for all of us present here that within a short period since its inception, Ganpat University has grown significantly in terms of both the number of institutions and the number of students. 404 students have graduated today after pursuing diverse fields of study in professional as well as liberal education. And I personally consider this to be a very successful beginning. As I have just learned, currently the Ganpat University has around 5,800 students studying in a wide range of undergraduate as well as postgraduate courses. This is truly remarkable. And it is evident that this rapidly growing university has the ability to soon establish itself as a center of excellence in higher education in Gujarat over the next few years. Under the able guidance of Shri Ganpat Bhai and the leadership of the Vice Chancellor Professor P.I. Patel, the university has taken several new initiatives and announced several new programs and courses within a short span of time. The new and unique course on marine engineering being a clear example of the innovative approach of higher education pursued by this university. I am sure the success of these initiatives will lay the foundation of further growth of this university, which, in my view, has a great potential and a very bright future. I consider the present generation of Indian youth, like the graduating class assembled here, quite fortunate, especially in relation to the earlier generation of elderly Indians like me and many of us here, who witnessed unprecedented changes in the socio-economic and cultural environment in India. Though our generation grew up in independent India, the domestic circumstances and the specific constraints prevailing then had imposed severe restrictions on our generation. It was only around mid-80s that the nation reconsidered its macroeconomic strategy and embarked on the path of economic liberalization. This led to a sea change in the economic environment, opened up our economy to both internal and external competition, and enlarged our options in terms of consumption of goods and services. For the first time, people were empowered as consumers, and the producers of goods and services started feeling the pressing need for technological leadership, productivity improvements, and the consequent skill formation among workers. Our generation has seen a wide range of changes in the nation's economic life on a scale that is truly mind-boggling. In the past, we had seen our country struggling with the overall GDP growth rate of only around 3% per annum, translating into less than 1% annual growth in our per capita income. As against this, we are now witnessing 9% GDP growth, resulting in 7.5% growth of our per capita income. In the process of achieving this massive transformation of Indian economy, our generation now looks forward to passing on the baton to the young generation comprising of all of you to sustain the tempo and momentum of this spectacular growth and help India win the global race of economic development. While we do have the satisfaction of contributing to the process of major transformation of Indian economy, it is evident that a lot more remains to be done. We now look forward to all of you to complete the unfinished task. Today, it is widely recognized that the 21st century belongs to India and China. Both countries are expected to emerge as leading economic superpowers within the next 2 to 3 decades. For this to happen, Indian economy has to grow at an average annual rate of around 9%, and the major thrust of the accelerated growth has to come from the knowledge-based sectors and industries. Currently, among all major economies of the world, the main competitive advantage that India enjoys is the favorable demographic structure of its large population. Today, India has a relatively much younger population as compared to the rapidly aging population in most other countries, including those in Western Europe and North America and Asian countries like Japan and China. However, the enormous strength of our young population could be an asset or a liability, depending on the nature of education, the nature of training and skills which are imparted to millions of young Indian men and women. It is in this context that education, and especially the higher education, will play the most critical role in effectively tapping our growth potential and achieving our goal of emerging as an economic superpower. Time has come for the nation to pay much greater attention to the higher education system with an utmost sense of urgency. More than 5 decades have passed since the Government of India initiated the process of planned development of higher education in the country with the establishment of the University Grants Commission in 1953. A detailed analysis of the strategy followed by the past 5-year plans in the field of higher education indicates that there have been continuous efforts to strengthen the system of higher education in the country by developing infrastructure, by improving the quality through several new programs and schemes, by introducing reforms in the content and evaluation, and by encouraging generation of knowledge through research. While the focus of the 5th 5-year plan was on infrastructure development, from the 6th plan onwards, the focus shifted to consolidation and quality improvement. The 7th 5-year plan laid emphasis on research and academic developments. It was from this plan onwards that the development centers of excellence and area study programs got very special attention. From the 8th plan onwards, the need for differential funding was recognized. Under the 8th plan, it was envisaged that the developing departments would be provided necessary funds to bring up their facilities and activities to an optimal level for their teaching and general research programs. The 9th plan aimed at gearing the system of higher education to meet the challenges arising out of the major social, economic and technological changes. The focus of the 10th plan was aimed at quality and relevance of higher education research and development, management and financing, and the use of new information and communication technologies. In fact, it was the 10th plan that provided the context of dealing with challenges of higher education in the 21st century. During the 10th plan period from 2002 to 2007, 2 central universities, 39 state universities, 50 deemed universities, and 10 private universities have been added, Ganpat University being one of them. Thus, a large proportion of the growth in the field of higher education has been contributed by the private and deemed universities during the 10th plan period. Moreover, the distribution of central and state universities according to the major disciplines show that 54% of the universities focus mainly on general disciplines and liberal education. Whereas among the private and deemed universities, there is a much greater diversification. Apart from the majority of these universities being in the technological disciplines, there are universities in the specific research areas such as foreign languages, dairy, mines, basic science, neuroscience, physical education, fisheries, armament technology, population science, IT management, IT and management, education, home sciences, rural studies, music, veterinary research, forest research, drama, planning and architecture, foreign trade, educational planning and administration, and so on and so forth. If this trend continues in future, it will augur well for the growth of higher education in India. While India has a well-developed and comprehensive higher education system, which served us very well till the 90s, it is now becoming increasingly inadequate. The extent of access that it provides is quite limited, and its range is also not as wide as what we require. Only about 10% of the relevant age group of young people go to universities in India, whereas in most developing countries the figure is more than 20%. Hence, there is an urgent need to undertake major expansion of capacity. The system of higher education in India also suffers from a serious problem of quality. While some of our institutions of higher education have the potential to become comparable with the best in the world, the average standard of other institutions is much lower. High quality institutions are finding it difficult to get quality faculty, given the enormous increase in the private sector opportunities for the skills which are in great demand. There are also serious shortages of qualified research personnel in educational institutions, in national laboratories, in industrial research and development units. Currently, the number of scientists and engineers engaged in R&D in the country is only 157 per million of population. Korea, this number is 50 times more. In US and Japan, it is about 30 times more. At present, we produce around 5,000 PhDs annually in science and about 800 PhDs in engineering. If India has to claim as being a knowledge-based economic power, the number of PhDs of quality which are acceptable by world standards produced by our country should be at least 5 times more than the number that we are currently producing. Today, the higher education system as a whole is faced with many issues of concern like financing and management, including access, equity, relevance and reorientation of the programs by laying emphasis on the values, ethics, quality of higher education together with the assessment of institutions by bringing the highest quality standards in every sphere of work. Therefore, the quality of higher education has become a major concern as of today. Needs and expectations of the society are changing very fast, and the quality of higher education needs to be sustained at the desired level. While India's young demographic profile has the country favorably placed in terms of manpower availability, talent supply shortages are already evident. This is extremely disconcerting, especially for the knowledge services sector, which over the last few years has emerged as a significant growth engine with demonstrated gains in terms of exports, employment, and very visibly in urban development across several cities of the country. Research has shown that, so far, only 1/10 of the global addressable market for these services has been tapped. With its early lead and strong fundamentals such as demographics, economics, and expertise, India is best positioned to take advantage of this opportunity. Yet, the unsuitability of a large proportion of the talent pool in the country could lead to significant loss of opportunities. The projections of a recent NASSCOM-McKinsey report of 2005 indicates that we will fall short by about 5 lakh suitable professionals, representing an opportunity cost of more than $10 billion by the end of the decade. And in the absence of any corrective action on our part, this gap will continue to grow. If the current trends are maintained, the IT and IT-enabled services sector alone will need an additional 1 million plus of qualified people in the next 5 years. And these could generate additional exports of $86 billion by the year 2012. If India has to capitalize on this and similar other opportunities, what is needed is a major thrust at all levels of education. Clearly, substantial expansion and radical reform of the education sector are called for to ensure that we are able to meet the quality and the quantity of professionals needed by the country. Private universities like the Ganpat University have a very major role to play in this context. An important area in the field of higher education that we have neglected so far is vocational education. According to the latest information available on vocational education and training, only 3% of the rural youth and 6% of the urban youth in India below 30 years of age have gone through any kind of vocational training. In fact, most of them have acquired the skills which they now possess essentially from learning on the job. This proportion is actually much lower than what we find in many other developing countries. Thus, the current setup for skill formation and upgradation in India is grossly inadequate. For inclusive growth, which the 11th plan talks about, it is vital to enhance the productivity of labor in the unorganized sector. We need to expand vocational training from the present capacity of a mere 2 million to at least 15 million new entrants to the labor force. While we have 5,000 industrial training institutes, the ITIs, under the Ministry of Labor and around 7,000 vocational schools under the Ministry of HRD, in relation to these 12,000, China has 5 lakh secondary vocational schools. Moreover, the number of skills for which training is required is also limited, and it does not include new skills which are required for modern industries. ITIs in India typically cater to only around 40 skills as compared to 4,000 skills which China imparts. We must focus on this aspect with an utmost sense of urgency. It is a matter of pride for all of us present here that in the field of economic growth, Gujarat has emerged as the undisputed leader in India. The new era of liberalization and globalization has made Gujarati enterprise and business prosper and progress far more rapidly as compared to most other parts of the country. Gujarat's political leadership was quick to recognize these undercurrents, and it facilitated the private initiatives systematically and aggressively to convert Gujarat into the fastest growing state in the country. Now is the time when we have to consider seriously what needs to be done in future to sustain our position as the growth leader of the country. We have to take a critical look at our weaknesses and convert the impending threats into new effective opportunities. Among the several immediate challenges that Gujarat will have to face and overcome in order to sustain and improve upon its glorious performance of the past, enlarging and upgrading the system of higher education in Gujarat is a major challenge. It is encouraging to see that in the recent years there is a revival of academic institutions in Gujarat. with the advent of the National Law University, some technical and medical institutions, Fashion Design Institute and the like. But the intake and growth of such institutions in Gujarat has not been adequate, especially in relation to the spectacular economic growth of the state. On the whole, the growth of quality institutions of higher education during the last 2 decades is less than satisfactory as compared to Gujarat's growth performance and the future targets of the state. If we project the past trends over the next 5 to 10 years, we find that we are heading towards a prolonged period of major shortage of well-trained engineers, mechanics, doctors and paramedicals, consultants, accountants, administrators, and competent project managers and executives. All of them will have to work effectively and efficiently in a globally competitive environment. The acute shortage of high-quality professionals will surface sooner than later, as Gujarat has already started attracting global companies to tap its high growth potential. And to that extent, you have a great responsibility. All pioneers are torch bearers and they have the greatest of responsibilities. The performance and success of the first batch will shape the future of this university. If you excel in whatever you do, the Ganpat University, your alma mater, will achieve the reputation of being an excellent institution imparting high quality education. Quality of education is not only about what happens in the class, it is also about what the students do after they pass out. This was the vision of Shri Ganpat Bhai and the trustees of Mehsana District Education Foundation. Only you can make it happen and thereby contribute to the fulfillment of their dreams. As all of you graduate and leave the university, I would like to wish each one of you sustained happiness and success in whatever you choose to do in your life and pursuing the goals of your life. You have a long journey ahead of you. Remember that all of us have great expectations from you, and the youth of Gujarat will have a lot to contribute in the national endeavor of rapid growth and development. The goals pursued by this year's graduating class will have lasting impact in shaping the future of Gujarat and the nation. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all those who have won medals for their scholastic performance. All of us are proud of you and please keep it up. My best wishes to the pioneering batch of young graduates of Ganpat University for a highly successful and highly rewarding career. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We request Shri Ganpat Bhai Patel to address the ceremony.
Good afternoon. Honorable Chief Guest Padma Shri Dr. Bakul Bhai, it is our privilege to have you as our chief guest for once in a lifetime occasion, the very first commencement of the Ganpat University. I personally want to thank you. I also want to thank you for compliments that you have extended to us. I really enjoyed your informative speech, and we will do our share of it for the better future of the not only Gujarat, not only India, but the world. My dearest friend and a creator of the fantastic campus and a president of a Ganpat University, Sri Anil Bhai, he and his entire family has worked so hard along with a great team of friends. Vice Chancellor of Ganpat University, Professor P.I. Patel, who has worked hard right from the beginning. At the time of groundbreaking ceremony, I gave P.I. Patel an assignment. If you remember, that was about only 7 years ago. I stood here and I said to P.I. Patel, this was a barren land. There were a lot of Bantiyas, and I asked him to take account of all those Bantiyas, because we want to produce that many professionals out of these soils. And he agreed. And he agreed. And today I feel that he is fulfilling his promise to me. Thank you, P.I. Patel. I also want to thank respected trustee. You have earned trust of many, including mine. The member of the Board of the Governors, you have done a great job governing this institution. I want to thank you. And I want to tell you that we are definitely on the right path. Academic Council, Finance Committee, invited guests, deans of the faculties, principals, faculty member, and other staff member, dear students and their parents. I want to special thank the parent who has provided not only the inspiration, but the financial support. I assure you, by sending your child to Ganpat University, you have made the great investment of your lifetime. Now comes the class of 2007. I ask all of you to please rise, except the class of 2007. Everybody please get up. This is to honor the class of 2007. They are the person of the day. They have been working very, very hard. This is the day that they've been waiting for. They have burned midnight oils. They have worked weekend. And finally, the day has come. So I want to congratulate you. You are our first prophet. I love you, we love you. Everybody please give them a big hand. Please be seated. Don't worry. I thought we salute you. Few days ago, there was a marathon in Mehsana. There was a guy like me from USA watching this marathon, thousands and thousands of people running. So the guy from USA said, hey, what is all these people are running for, this many, thousands and thousands of people? So the one guy said, you know, whoever comes first, he's going to get a big prize. He said, yeah, but why are all these other people are running? Last week was my 63rd birthday. I want to thank the class of 2007 for giving me the best birthday ever. I also like to take this moment and thank several special people who have contributed greatly to the Ganpat University. First of all, my first wife, and she's also my last wife. I love her so dearly. She has not only supported me, but she has also inspired me to do what has been done here. She couldn't be here today, but I want to thank her. Thank you, Manju. Next person is U.B. Patel. He is my good friend, When we first decided to build this institution, he was the first one to donate 1 crore rupees when 1 crore rupees was a real money. He prompted me to increase my donation. And the story went like this. 1999 January, Anil Bhai called me to wish me a Happy New Year. And he also told me, I have a good news for you, Ganpat Bhai. Remember you told me that you will donate 1 crore rupees to buy a piece of land to build the institution? He said, U.B. Patel have agreed to donate 1 crore rupees to build a engineering college. My daughter, my third daughter Asha was sitting by me. It was Sunday morning, we were having coffee. And so I immediately, when I put the telephone down, I told Asha, beta, the UB uncle is going to donate 1 crore rupees for what we want to do. So she immediately turned to me and she said, Dad, if UB uncle is going to donate 1 crore and you are going to also donate 1 crore, it is not fair. I said, why not? She said, well, you live in America, so you should donate equivalent to 1 crore in dollars. I said, are you crazy? She said, no. What? I mean, let's be fair. So I immediately called Anil Bhai and I said, by the way, that at that time, rupees to dollar was 33 to 1. I said, let's increase that 1 crore to 3 crore. Anil Bhai immediately was shocked, and also he thought that I don't want to waste my friend's money, so he immediately said, don't tell anybody else. I will keep it for myself. I said, no, you go ahead and tell everybody. So we have to do it once everybody knows it. So we put the telephone down. My wife was in the prayer. She was doing diva. She overheard this conversation, so she comes to me and she said, who are you doing business with now? I said, nobody. We're not doing any business. She said, I don't want you to do any more businesses. I said, I'm not doing businesses. She said, you were talking about crores and millions and what is that? I said, tu Bhagwan ni puja karti thi ke taru dhyan ahi hai tu. So she said, no, you have to tell me what factory you are starting next. I said, I'm not starting any factory. We're only starting a factory to create a bunch of engineers and doctors and lawyers and pharmacists. We are going to build a university. She said, oh, that's fine, no problem. So I passed that hurdle. But that was the story, and that's how we got the boost. Another good friend of mine, Mr. B.S. Patel, who also not a good friend of mine, but he also works with me, he donated, him and a Kamala man who happened to be here also in the audience, they have generously donated for B.S. Patel Polytechnic Institution also. Thank you, Kamala man and Bachar Bhai. Then there are people like Dasrat Bhai, who has donated money, but he has also donated something more important than money. Tan and man. If you say naturally, it would be tan, man, and dan. What comes first? Tan, then man, and a dan is the last. But he has given it all. So let's give him a big hand. My friend D.S. Patel and Asuban has donated generously to build the Motibai Institution. Another good friend, Mr. and Mrs. Doctor, both Dr. Giraben and Ramesh Bhai, unconditionally, when Anil Bhai was there, they just gave a $100,000 check, just like that. They did not even know where Ganpat University was going to be. They are from Bavla, and they're both doctor. Let's thank them. And we have many, many other donors. If I just keep naming them, we would be here for class of 2010. But one last person that I want to thank is my elder brother Moti Bhai. He goes as a Moti Dada on this campus. Almost single-handedly, he planted and nurtured 63,000 trees on this campus. 7 years ago, this was a barren land. It's beautiful today. Thank you, Moti Bhai. By now, everybody knows how highly me and my family value their education. It is the only reason we are all here. Last month, my entire family was visiting my house for Christmas. Almost every day at the dinner table, the subject was Ganpat University. All my children, grandchildren, in-laws, everybody was interested in the welfare of the Ganpat University. My 12 years old granddaughter, she said, Dada, you are going for graduation commencement. This is a lifetime occasion. I said, yes, beta. She said, you are leaving a great legacy and you are helping many, many. Let me help you with your commencement speech. And she did. So some of the material that I got was her work on the computer. My another daughter Asha said, Dad, just speak from your heart. And I always like to do that. I think heart will never cheat you. Mind will. As you can see, I am blessed with a great family. And my whole family takes a great joy in a Ganpat University. I want to thank God for that. The class of 2007. I want to talk about you now. I have some words of wisdom. Not too long ago, I was sitting where you are sitting today. During the commencement process, my mind was wandering outside. I was thinking that as soon as this ceremony is over, what am I going to do? Is there a place for me in this world? Am I going to find a job? Should I go abroad? Should I work with family business? Should I go for further study? The feelings was scary and mixed. I can understand your concern. I'm sure you are still thinking the same thing I was thinking. They are totally normal. But whatever you end up doing, let me tell you, you do have a brighter future today than I did then. For one reason, there are many, many opportunities today than it was then. The world is mature. The world is flat economically. So you can go anywhere and you will have opportunities. The world is smaller. The world has no boundaries today. And the world is willing to accept you at the face value. The limitation will be yourself. So go ahead and make the dream and take your dream wherever you want to go. Take a charge and control your destiny. And if you don't, somebody else will say. The wise man named Jack Welch had said that. He was a chairman of General Electric. And more than that, find something that you love, because you're going to be doing that rest of your life. No sense doing something you do not enjoy. And when you find something you love, then love it, and you will go far. I want to say a few words about destiny, how the destiny works. We can plan, but destiny has its own temperament. Very often, our plans and destiny do not coincide. The best way to convey this message is to tell you a little life story of mine. And it goes like this. Right from the childhood, when I was in the high school, I used to read newspaper, and especially the ads where Pradesh Gaman, the students were going to America for higher study. I used to cut out those pictures of the people who were going to USA and store them. And I used to think that someday maybe my picture will be in the newspaper as well. And I wanted to do that as soon as I could. So at the early age of 18, September 21st, I went to USA on 1965. I think it was the same day Anil Bhai also went. He was much wiser than I was. He had done his BE here, Bachelor of Science. I went to USA at Iowa State University to study chemical engineer. Did you hear that? Chemical engineer. I was to come back to India and start a chemical factory because that's what my dad wanted me to do. I finished the first semester successfully at Iowa State University, and that was a winter, and I found out that the weather was pretty harsh. I could not bear it. So I called this friend in California and I said, hey, how is the weather over there? He says, this is like India. You would love it here. I had $270 in my pocket that I had taken from my dad. I took a bus ride costing me $70, used up 1/3 of my net asset. 3 days and 3 nights later, I arrived to California with good transcript in my pocket from India as well as from Iowa State University, and a lot of confidence that I will get admission at University of California University. Not only that, but they will probably have a red carpet treatment for me. So next morning I went to the admission office. There was a great big guy, Mr. Burns. He was about twice the size of me, 300 pounds. Just by looking at him, you could get scared. So I said, Mr. Burns, here's my transcript and I want admission in chemical engineering. He looked at me and he says, no, we do not have admission here. We are impacted. Chemical engineering is great demand. We are a great school. There is no admission. You have to wait 1 year. I said, what? He said, you heard me. I said, I thought for a minute and I said, oh my God, I can't go back to Iowa State now because I don't have $70 more to spend. If I did, I do not have enough money to finish the next semester. So I immediately said, what about mechanical engineering? He said, no. I said, what about civil engineering? He said, no. I said, any engineering. He said, you heard me, we do not have any opening on any engineering. My dream of becoming chemical engineering was fading fast. I was almost crying. I became so humble so quickly. It was not funny. So I'm standing that little guy in front of the big American guy, and his secretary is sitting in the corner, is watching this whole scenario unfolding. She felt sorry for me, for this little boy from India. I was barely shaving. I was young. She looked at Mr. Byrne and she said, "Mr. Byrne, you know, we are starting this new faculty called electronic engineering. And we are not finding enough students in that field. Maybe he's interested in that field." I looked at her and for a minute I thought that she think that she found a murga. In America we call it a guinea pig. I thought for a minute, I felt like a murga, ready to be slaughtered. But then I came to the senses. What choice do I have? I said, I will take that admission. So Mr. Burns looked at me and he said, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah." And you know what? I don't know a word, I don't know a thing about what electronic is. That's the first time I heard word electronics. And I took it. And I started taking electronic classes. And ultimately I became an electronic engineer. And I found out that I was liking it, I was loving it, I got pretty good at it, and it became my passion. I ended up becoming an electronic engineer. I was lucky. The destiny had done a great favor to me. And your destiny will someday do you a great favor too also. All you have to do is say yes when you get admission in electronic engineering. So grab it. When the opportunity comes to you, grab it. We all have our plans, but there will be a special situation in life. So open to be accepting the changes. Changes are good for you. They were great for me. Many people ask me, what is the key to your success? And I tell them, I do not have a master key. If I did, I'd give it to everybody. You have to create your own key. You have to work hard and give 100% and be like a postage stamp. Stick to it until you get there. I'm going to say the great university trains your very soul. It is up to each one of you to make the best use of what you have received here. So go on becoming best whatever you want to be. Engineer, pharmacy, businessman, accountant, lawyer. But that is hardly enough. It is up to each one of you to develop your soul to be the best soul that it could be. Become caring, compassionate, truthful, far-seeing, and selfless. Knowledge without soul mastering is barely a human. In fact, it is a monstrous. Your hopeful faces today, I know they are not monstrous. I know you are receptive to the greater experience, and you are determined to confront the bigger challenges. You will realize even greater opportunities and rewards in this world. So then, I want to wish you all the success. It is not simply to prosper in your career that you have chose. It is to succeed in cultivating your souls that we have nurtured, and carry the fruit of that cultivation to others who will benefit from it. I wish you success in making kinder, gentler, and brighter world, a peaceful world, a more spectacular world, a more accomplished world, a more healthier and happier world. Do what your alma mater has done for you. Treat others the way you wanted to be treated. Share the knowledge, wisdom, and carry out the best judgment. But the most important thing in life is know the difference between right and wrong. But remember, people's lives you touch are more than just the minds. They are human beings. It is your responsibility to respect their wholeness. I love this university not because it bears my name, but it has some great attributes. It has a special character of charity, giving, dedication, hard work. And we talked earlier, be selfless, carry the torch. As you say goodbye to Ganpat University, please stay in touch. Alumni is a great way to be in touch with your fellow graduates. You are the firstborn child of Ganpat University, so you have to bear some responsibilities. The future generation of graduating classes will look at you as their elders and their leaders. So be useful to your younger brothers and sisters when you run into them. Create your own alumni. Get together occasionally for the old time's sake. Talk about your experiences at Ganpat University. It will be a most rewarding and satisfying experience that you will ever have. Each one of you is the ambassador of this university. Be proud of where you are from. I live in California. I run into a lot of the graduates from Ganpat Vidyanagar, earlier graduates. Other day, Jiten, Tulsi Bhai's son, came to my house for dinner, and he brought one of his friends with me. So I was asking his friend, I said, "What do you do, beta?" He said, "Uncle, I go to USC. It's a well-known university in California, University of Southern California." I said, "Good. What are you doing?" He said, "Master in computer engineering." So I said, "Where did you do your BS?" He said, "Ganpat University." I said, "Wow." And my children were surprised. So I said, "Where do you live?" He said, "Oh, we have rented a house." I said, "Who is we?" He said, "There is 3 more students." I said, "Where are they from?" He said, "They are also from Ganpat University." So P.I. Patel, you are producing not by 1 or 2, but by dozens. That was another good experience I had. Me and Bachar Bhai was last year traveling to Australia for vacation. So we had a whole group of 10, 15 people, and we said, I wanted to take a picture of the group. There was some Indian-looking boys, so I said, "Hey guys, come here. Can you take our picture?" He said, "Sure, sir." I said, so he took our picture, and I said, "So where are you from?" He said, "India." I said, "I know, but where in India? India is a big country." He said, "Gujarat." I said, "I know Gujarat. Where in Gujarat?" He said, "Not Gujarat." I said, "No, I asked you what village, where you are from." He said, "You would not know, it's small." I said, "Tell me." He said, "Mehsana." I said, "Okay, what village?" He said, one said, there were several of them, one said Unja, one said, Kerwa, several. So I said, what do you guys do here? They said, we do master. I said, where did you graduate from? So there were at least a dozen from Ganpat University. And as soon as I told him that I was a Ganpat Bhai and he was a Bachelor Bhai, there was a line to get the blessing from us. We were very happy and touched. So boys, I have a good news for you. Now that we have given you degrees, somebody will give you decree. And the girls, I have even better news for you. When you find Mr. Wright, make sure you look in the fine print and his degrees from Ganpat University. To conclude my speech, I want to tell you, it is a small world. I'm sure we will run into each other as we say goodbye to you from Ganpat University. Remember our motto at Ganpat University, Vidya Samaj Utkarsh. Uplift the society through education. I will always be proud of you. You are our hope and you are our glory. The institution is only as good as you are. Good luck to you all and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to request all the graduating students to come forward one by one for the photo session on the stage.
साइड में रह
Ex-Director IIM Ahmedabad, Patron-in-Chief Shri Ganpat Bhai, President of Ganpat University Shri Anil Bhai, members of Board of Governance, respected trustees, invited guests, deans of different faculties, dear students and their respected parents, it is with great pleasure that I extend cordial good evening to all of you. It is a unique occasion. People from different walks of life have assembled here to witness a rare and first ever event like Convocation of Ganpat University. I am here to express my deep sense of thanks to everyone present here. First and foremost is Padma Shri Dr. Bakul Bhai Dholakia, a personality and name that does not require any introduction. He spared time from his busy schedule and accepted an invitation to be the chief guest today. I, on behalf of Ganpat University, express my deep sense of thanks to him, both for his presence and inspiring convocational address. Next is the pillar of this wonderful creation called Ganpat University, Ganpat Bhai himself, Patron-in-Chief of Ganpat University. He is a vital force for this campus, and his presence and words have undoubtedly changed and motivated everyone here today. I thank Sri Ganpat Bhai for his noble gesture. Sri Anil Bhai, a source of everything that is best and President of Ganpat University. He has contributed immensely in the ways of Ganpat University to the status of present day. I extend my hearty thanks to him for being with us and also for his welcome address. Thanks are also to the members of governance who have devoted themselves to ensure the full growth of Ganpat University. They are persons with intellect, reason and human values. I thank them all for their gracious presence on this occasion. Trustees, invited guests and other dignitaries have really added value to this function today. And I also thank them from bottom of my heart. The deans of faculties, principals, faculty members and other staff have really strived very hard to make us see this day. I thank them all for their valuable presence and contribution. Next to be thanked are the students and their parents. Their anchors deserve both congratulations and thanks. It is my urge to them that share your knowledge and capital with the society for its upliftment and always listen to your conscience, your heart, your soul. It would never mislead you. May God bless you all. The parents are thanked for their presence as well as their faith that they have put in us by way of admitting their words in our institution. Special thanks to media for their coverage. Finally, I thank all of you who have supported and assisted us in organizing this function, either directly or indirectly. Thanks to one and all. Jai Bharat.
Declare the closing of convocation. Now it is the time for the convocation procession returns. All the guests, students and staff are requested to keep standing till the convocation procession leaves the pandal. It is a request to all of you to keep standing till the convocation procession leaves the pandal.
At that time, this was terminated. Then you also